that's interesting because you just said we're going into this month strong. What's your role in all of this?
My role is outside agitator. I think that you're not going to, as I said in the book, if you want real reform, you have to have a public option. If you put $1 trillion into the present insurance system, you've thrown $1 trillion out the window. There is no health reform here without a public option to set up competition, to set up a benchmark for how health insurance should be run, to give you health insurance that can't be taken away, where you can take it anywhere as you want, where you don't lose it if you lose your job, where it's cost effective and cost efficient. That's the public option.
Well, I agree with you that there should be a public option, but here's one thing I don't quite get what the president's been saying. He keeps saying if you have what you like, you don't have to give it up. And I get that he wants to just tell people they're not going to lose things, but shouldn't we be asking everyone to step up to the plate a little bit and give a little?
I don't think you have to do that. Look, we have a system, an employer-based system that a lot of people like. I personally think the employer-based system makes us uncompetitive in the world. But let's not. Americans say they want change, but they never want quite as much as they say they do.
We want other people to change.
Well, yeah, they want other people to change. So if people are happy with their insurance, they should be able to keep their insurance. And that's the genius of the president's plan, I think.
Should you tax those health care benefits that come from companies?
Well, I prefer not to, but I vowed when I was in the middle of the book, I sort of had an aha moment as I was writing this thing, with, I might add, two wonderful co-authors, Faiz, Shakir and Igor Volsky of the Center for American Progress. And I thought to myself, I am only going to be focused on the public option. That is the big reform in this bill. I'm not going to quibble with Congress about different forms of taxation or how to pay for it, or all the other things that go into this. In terms of the insurance part of the reform, guaranteed issue and community rating, and in terms of the real health care reform that we need so badly, public option. And I just don't want to criticize them. I may have some differences of opinion about how to raise the money and so forth, but they got a lot of work to do, and I'm not in the Congress, and they have to make some tough decisions.
But see, I think you just said something very important, and that is, we can't keep nitpicking all the details. We have to move this forward to make it better. We may not make it perfect, but we certainly can try to make it better.
This is like, this is a lot like the Medicare fight. The Republicans were against Medicare. They hired Ronald Reagan as a pitch man. It was before he was president, saying it was socialized medicine, and that, America, our grandchildren wouldn't recognize the free spirit of America. Well, we still are a great country. We've have Medicare, and old people aren't poor anymore. At least they don't get put in the poorhouse by their health care problems. So that was a huge advance. The Republicans didn't like that, and they don't like this either. And the same playbook, socialized medicine, your taxes are going to go up and all this different stuff. Let Americans have what people over 65 have. It works pretty well if they want it.
Yeah, I agree with you. So Governor and Dr. Howard Dean, and I'm going to give a plug for your website, standwithdrdean.com.